welcome to the watch party. Today we're all feeling a bit foul.
Very good.
Foul.
I quit this podcast. God damn it. I also want to point out that before we started, literally in seconds before we started, you just said, "Here comes Craig." Like, that's just, I don't know, that made me laugh a lot.
Yeah. Craig, something that has...
through the room.
It's like the "Here comes Mongo."
Yes.
Wait, and we're going to do foul puns. We got to do "I suspect foul play."
I do suspect foul play in this movie.
Because this movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh, who played a white supremacist in Wild Wild West.
God damn it.
No,
well, I do declare.
A legless, penisless.
I know he was penisless because that's an ongoing joke in that movie.
Yes, he makes reference that he has a mechanical penis.
And also, but you know what? He compensates by making a giant mechanical spider. That certainly was his idea, not John Peters.
Oh, the John Peters mechanical spider stuff. You want to learn about that backstory, you need to go listen to Kevin Smith talk about it.
Interview with Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he's talked about it a bunch. He talks about it. He's on the "How Did This Get Made" Wild Wild West episode. So we are watching Artemis Fowl, the 2020 hour-and-a-half Thank Jesus movie that came out last weekend on Disney Plus.
I was going to say, this is probably the newest movie we've done for this.
Yeah, this is the newest film we've done so far. The only reason why we're doing it is because we were talking about the trailer, and then we're just like, let's just watch this fucker.
Yes, and also because Connor, who's with us, so we have the two Johns, we have Ryan and Connor is a Artemis Fowl fan.
Okay, I keep having to say this. I read it when I was a child. I know some of this book. I
thought you were a Fowlian. You're a feather fowl.
And it's funny because like there's like a comic adaptation of Artemis Fowl, or like I don't know if like the Artemis Fowl comic is like the original material for it.
It is,
But like either way, like I remember those books being like super popular, like when I was like working at a comic store, and they were just like they were like one of the young readers books we just like would always just sell. Like I never read it.
For me, my memory of it is that you would see it at every single book fair in elementary school. There's something you haven't heard of, kids, anymore. Book fairs.
Well, it's like funny because like I haven't been in grade school in like a very long time, so I just assumed they still did book fairs.
I assume that too, but I don't know how kids today see books and I'm like, what's this?
I mean, like Rena Terwilliger is like one of the biggest like young reader like art writers out there.
That's fair. I'm getting off topic, but from what I'm hearing, considering this book came out almost 20 years ago, and from hearing about this movie, is it shits the bed harder than Aragon, which is my low bar when it comes to shitty movie adaptation. That's a good book. That's a good book. It's a shitty movie. That's a shitty movie, though.
And is this like the same time around that when the book came out? I mean, it's like that early YA, early 2000 YA.
And Aragon was like 03.
Yeah, I really like the idea of the character because he was just like a smart kid. But then, and now that I look at them again, I realize that Artemis Fowl was just a shittier, more asshole-ish Tony Stark.
I was gonna say Artemis Fowl had been published from 2001 2012. So basically, this was a Harry Potter like what's the word?
This was Irish Harry Potter.
No, it's cool.
Contemporary. That's the word. It's a contemporary of like that early 2001 era of like Harry Potter films. Which post Harry Potter, then you had like the Spyro Chronicles, the Golden Compass. You had a bunch of those kind of films.
Well, I was going to say like you also had none of them really hit except Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Kind of had like 2 movies, right?
Well,
and Hunger Games.
They had 3 movies.
Well, Hunger Games is way later.
Yeah, and the Hunger Games is also like trying to capture like a completely different audience.
I think a much older audience. Like,
but the thing about what Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe is like the first 2 were like fairly successful fall films, and then the third film they released in the summer. And then got destroyed you're
flipping that around. The first movie was fall. The second movie was summer, and the third went back to fall.
What's the one that was like 3 weeks or 2 weeks after Iron Man?
That was Prince Caspian. That was the second one.
Yeah. Which, what a boneheaded decision.
I know what's weird. Prince Caspian played Jigsaw in the Punisher TV show.
He did, and I always made the joke every time.
And he's fucking good.
But this film, because I always was kind of a film buff and always kind of following stuff happening within film making, and this film was originally announced in 2001, because hey, Harry Potter's big, what YA property can we get to be our next big thing? And this was originally purchased by Miramax, and then this was in basically limbo until 2013 when Walt Disney announced that they were doing a film, and then it basically went back to development hell. And it was announced in 2015 that Kenneth Branagh would direct this, and this is the film that we have now.
And guess who was supposed to produce this movie?
Harvey Schmeinstein.
Well, I was you have Miramax, so yeah, of course the Weinsteins.
But the original director was the guy who did Get Rich or Die Trying, the 50 Cent movie. We didn't. Dang it!
I heard that's not that bad. I've not seen it. So I'm trying to think. I've never read the book. I've actually never even heard about this character until the movie was announced or coming out.
Okay, yeah, same here. So for what was it, Connor? Can you tell us a quick synopsis of what the story of Artemis Fowl is?
Okay, so Artemis Fowl is a pretty basic story when you boil it down. Artemis Fowl is an incredibly smart child, almost to the point where he has puberty mapped out on when he's going to get it. So he plays this highly intelligent child who's the son of a criminal who holds a criminal empire, but he goes missing and eventually dies a couple times through magic and bullshit. But him and his butler named Butler, pretty much, yeah.
Good naming convention. Yeah.
They kidnap a fairy for the leprechaun, which is LEP. Recon, it's leprechaun, and then they pretty much just do hijinks until the book peers out. It starts off very strong. That's why I started reading it when I was a kid, and then just kind of starts hitting the.
Is someone listening to music?
Yeah, that's my roommate. I'm sorry.
Hi.
But for what it's worth, that's pretty much all you need to know about Artemis Fowl. He's just a super smart kid who can figure out anything because he's so goddamn smart.
And he's a criminal mastermind. He's a bit of a
that's the one,
cold and calculating when he needs to be.
Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much all we really need to know. I think in this one, in the book, his dad does die, and that we know that, and then he doesn't come back till the second one, and then it's a whole story thread.
Well, his dad was presumed dead. And then he found out that his father was only injured. That's because apparently this movie covers the first 2 books.
Oh, does it? I still don't care, but it's good to know that they're truncating even more knowledge. In one book would be hard enough to adapt into one movie, let alone 2. But fuck it, let's do it.
Let's go with the Lemony Snicket Jim Carrey route.
I was gonna say we're doing the opposite of the. You know what? My point's done. Yours is right.
Yeah. So, yeah, from everything I read and saw, it's just it's what makes the character in the book interesting is that he's a villain, basically. Our lead is a villain. He's not a good guy.
Yeah, he's pretty much a bad guy, and yet he's the protagonist.
They're gonna make him look as good as possible in these, though.
Yeah, which I think is probably going to be the biggest problem. Besides, I'm going to try my hardest to not shit on this child actor.
No, but the problem is, just from the trailer, literally, it's just this, I'm just this innocent little good boy whose daddy does things, and then I find out he's a criminal mastermind. What?
Yeah, I feel it.
It's
he's an actual dick.
It's fun because I didn't read it as that. I just kind of read it as kid whose dad dies, and then is like basically revealed to like this world of magic, and then like I don't know. It's just basically it's Men in Black. It's like, you know,
I think that he's supposed to be like a child James Bond villain. It's like literally what the author said. Like that's the character.
No, literally that's what he is. He's a child James Bond villain. That's actually the perfect way to put it.
He should be. He should be like malevolent and intelligent.
Yeah, malevolent, cold, calculating.
Yeah. And I read in like the description, and they're like, it seems like they dance around the idea, at least in the book, that he's probably, at least the way the Wikipedia put it, like he's probably on the spectrum because he's super smart but socially awkward and doesn't know how to deal with people. Like he's evil Sheldon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which is now like a weird character trope.
Yeah,
like
but you also say that like Sheldon is also not evil in the first place.
Well,
he's got a point.
The fact that there's a show called Young Sheldon is all you need. Can I just bring up? Is Disney live action dead now? Between this and Wrinkle in Time.
Between this Wrinkle in Time, but it's okay. We got one more. It's called The One and Only Ivan. It was supposed to come out in theaters, but they're dumping it straight to Disney Plus.
What did you say was dead?
Like the Disney, like their non-Marvel live action stuff. Like they're not live action of the animated. You know what I mean? Like the kind of separate thing.
I would say no, because I feel like, it's like they have that Peach. Like let's not like pretend like this is also like in a vacuum. Like we also had like that Peach Dragon remake from a couple of years ago that like kind of didn't like the World on Fire.
I didn't remember that existed,
even though it should have, because it's pretty damn good.
Yeah. I feel like it's like they'll still like kind of like do some stuff because like, hey, like at the end of the day, it's like when you have like you release 6 films and 5 of those films make $1 billion, you can kind of do whatever you want.
And I mean, look what they're doing now. They just announced, or at least the author of the books just announced, that Disney Plus is doing a Percy Jackson TV show. So
I'm glad
those
for
books
that.
are huge, and they are very, very popular.
Like those. Yeah, I grew up with those ones.
I do too. And it's like, I want a show seems like a better idea than the movie, considering we've had 2 attempts. But
I thought there were more than 2.
Didn't the first movie make like a shit ton of money?
Yeah,
the
because
first one did
wrote up hype.
There are 2 movies? I thought they only did the 1.
The second one is
they did Sea Monsters. Sea Monsters is atrocious. Don't fucking watch Sea Monsters.
I feel like when I saw like them, I haven't actually. I think I've seen parts of Lightning Thief. I'm like, this looks like a made-for-TV movie with like slightly better special effects.
You know what the funny thing is? That's the second movie.
Wait, Lightning Thief?
No, the Sea of Monsters.
Oh.
That's how
the first one does not look good at all either.
It's
the second one has half the budget. It's even worse.
All right, well, let's get started on this.
Ironically written by Mark Guggenheim.
By who?
By who?
All right. Mark Guggenheim wrote the sequel to Percy Jackson.
He's had so many whiffs. But I feel like that's also like one of those jobs that you're like, you take. So is everybody ready?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Let's get rocking.
Just count down.
So 3, 2, 1, play.
I can't believe it's going to be the highlight.
I think it's like also like we should like preface this by saying like, hey, Artemis Fowl hit Disney Plus before New Mutants.
I think that says more about them. I think that says more about how much they don't give a shit about Artemis Fowl.
I think it also maybe also speaks to the quality of New Mutants, which is like, hey, thumbs up. Hope that movie's great.
Yeah, I feel like that there's some weight to New Mutants. Oh, Connor, do you need subtitles?
Yeah, thank you. Oh no, actually I don't. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Sorry, I thought we were making jokes of the crappy subtitling.
Oh no, I almost always exclusively watch stuff in subtitles.
Oh, if you want, then we're all good. I don't mind.
No good. Okay, I do want to bring up one thing, and I feel like it's going to flavor a lot of this movie for me, is like, why did they not think to change the butler from being like a giant black man?
I actually be Eurasian.
He's supposed to be what?
Eurasian.
Oh, so they.
I kind of thought about like that idea of like the butler being black, and I was like, well, maybe he's not the only like black character in this movie. So I'm like kind of I'm doubtful if the black character is as the butler is the only black character in this film, that's a very bad look.
I love that MI6 had to get involved.
This is an interesting cold open to the movie. Or I guess it's not a this is not a cold open. Like, it's an interesting opening to this movie.
I mean, it's like a cold open in the sense that it's like you're not really sure kind of like what's going on.
Is this movie going to be like Dragon Age 2?
Yes, 100%.
Or Dragon Age Inquisition? Or
no, it's 2. You're absolutely thinking of the right one.
I was gonna say Persona 5 because like it starts off like in a prison and they're explaining the plot that's happened.
Yeah, but Persona 5 is a really good game.
We'll talk about Persona 5 after. Yeah, it's great. Can we like also just get a break from Josh Gad in Disney movies?
100%. He's like
he wants that Disney legend status.
Oh, he's Gad.
Like, I've heard that he's really good on the HBO show, which I haven't gotten a chance to watch, with Hugh Laurie.
I look. I imagine he's great, but it's just like he doesn't need to be in every Disney film. At least it seems like.
What I'm actually disappointed. He had talked about for a while that he had been working on doing a Sam Kinison biopic, and I guess they just haven't ever found anybody to pick it up. But I think that would be an interesting project for him.
Yeah, slow roll. He's getting all this Disney checks just so he can bank that movie. Oh. Every time I hear his voice, I can't stop.
Like, this is literally... What is the character's name in Dragon Age 2? Is it Varys or Varric?
Varric.
Yeah,
Varric, like...
So, fun fact, Varric is also a dwarf.
The opening of Dragon Age 2 is this same opening right now we're watching. He gets captured, and they interrogate him. He's like, let me tell you a story. And that's basically what just happened.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see the whitish Irish child surf in Ireland.
I remember...
That's not what happened.
I remember when the new trailer for this movie came out, and like I was like looking at the comments on Reddit, and like the first couple of comments were like, "Why the fuck is Artemis Fowl surfing?" Like,
yeah, it makes no sense. Why?
Because it's like the idea, I guess, is he's like not like a shut-in, but no, he's like not a shut-in, but he's like very like he's not extreme sports kid.
Well, I think I read that in the thing. Like, part of him is that, like, in the books, is that he's super.
I just want to point out that's a line someone wrote. Artemis loved Ireland,
and now he has a suit. All right. See, what they should have done is
wait a minute, hang on.
Stairs and him eat it.
Dickums isn't anywhere near here, so how does he know all this?
He's underneath right now.
He's just pooping out dirt. Jokes.
This is some heavy-handed. Oh, he's super smart, but he's still in elementary school.
This is some tell, don't show sort of shit.
Yeah, this is heavy laying pipe work.
All right, I think the therapist part was part of the book, so they at least have this part.
This is a terrible way to show that he doesn't
care.
That he's like awkward around people. It's like, oh, so he's intellectually superior, so he's a dick. And again,
that's what the book was, though.
Yes, but I'm saying this is a terrible way of showing it. Like instead of because they're not showing it, they're just telling us.
Wait. Oh, so they killed the mom in this movie. Okay, that's not supposed to happen.
No, she's supposed to be like institutionalized or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what I'm gathering so far is like he's like a young Doctor Doom, and he just doesn't care at all.
No, he's what do you call it? That Neil Patrick Harris played like in the 80s.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, he's Doogie Howser.
He's evil Doogie.
He's evil Doogie. Being named after a chicken? Yes, it is a burden.
That would actually be a great joke, like in it.
So I do want to point out, this movie was accused of whitewashing casting.
Wait, really?
Yes, and I'll explain when we meet this said character.
Oh also, my god, he's got this dumb fucking thing that I get ads on for YouTube all the time.
Oh yeah, what a sick flip!
That was an insane wire.
So are we still in the X Games era?
Honestly, I see these here in Vancouver all the time.
Look, if they don't add Artemis Fowl to the new Tony Hawk remake, then they failed.
That's a secret character.
My question was, how much do you think they spent on that wirework stunt?
Dozens.
Because there's a $125 million movie, people.
That was $2 million right there.
And they spent like what 100 of that to get Colin Farrell and Judi Dench to be in this piece of shit.
Oh, probably.
Wait, Judi Dench?
Yeah.
Cats love Judi Dench?
Cats.
Yeah.
Cats own Judi Dench.
She's our first duo.
Can you imagine? It's just, hey, do you want to be in the next Harry Potter legacy?
Dad trying to do Christian Bale Batman meets like Brooklyn like construction worker.
Because he wants that Robert Pattinson spot.
Okay. I have a feeling that this plot is almost identical to A Wrinkle in Time, where father gets taken away and child goes on a magical adventure to try to save their father, who is an actor way too good to be in the film, along with other people who are way too good to be in the film.
Now, apparently, Colin Farrell was cast in reshoots, not during the actual movie.
Yeah,
because so I'm not sure because like this film was pushed back a whole year, and like I don't know what reshoots did happen, but like I assume the Josh Gad parts were the reshoots, like him basically explaining like the plot and what's going on was all reshoots.
I bet that I do want to say before we started recording, seeing Colin Farrell with this child looks so like I feel bad for this kid sitting next to across some like gorgeous man hunk that is Colin Farrell, and this kid not looking
also,
like he could be his genetics.
He just said the line, "I'm not a kid anymore, Dad." Yes, you are.
He's 12.
You are a child.
I mean, like I feel like that's also just like a lot of like
that's a
prepubescent like yeah. It's like,
and then Colin
don't
Farrell
treat me like a kid.
Someone up in the alleyway. I don't know. That's why I assume Colin Farrell did it.
Have you even gone a boating yet?
Oh.
What? Is that a British accent trying to be Irish?
I can't do accents. But like,
which I feel like is also its own like bag of like problems of like having like a Irish actor pretend to be British.
No, they're supposed to be Irish, I think.
No, they're all Irish.
No, they're all Irish. Like, Yeah.
The author of the book is Irish, so...
The problem with this is they opened up with all those newscasts being British. Like, everybody in this is supposed to be Irish.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I would love it if the helicopter had a rooster or a chicken stenciled on there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say just exploded right now.
That would be great, too. That's how you get rid of Colin Farrell. That's how Colin Farrell leaves your movie. Oh, look, it's a sequel to The Lighthouse.
Oh, that's a much better movie about a much more mature subject.
Wait, are you telling me Artemis Fowl is going to beat the shit out of a seagull?
Yeah, then he's going to do some really fucked up shit on top of the lighthouse.
He's already... Well, he's going to go through his binoculars.
No!
He's going to fart a lot, too.
How far are we into this? All right, we're at 12 minutes into this movie. I thought we were at least 20.
That's good.
It's only, I thought it was a lot longer than that.
But in an hour and a half movie, like, this is a lot of time before we've gotten to
Alright, so first bit of problem casting. So, I think this voice is the butler that's coming up. Yeah, this guy right here.
The guy from Game of Thrones, like, season 2.
Yeah, so he is described in the book as being Eurasian who can pass as Japanese and Russian.
Why does he have, like, bright blue eyes?
He has a secret.
His last name is Butler?
Yeah.
He's
looks like butler whose last name is Butler?
Yes.
That is not a 6 years of straight chaining a gold gym in Venice, California. That doesn't mean.
All right, hang on. So his name is Dom, not Butler, just Dom.
But his last name is Butler, and they call him the Butler.
Yeah, his name is like Domovev Butler.
But yeah, so he's not supposed to be black in the book.
Well, obviously he trained 6 years in Russia.
Well, and China or something.
And China.
That's so.
Which I mean, like, also, like, hey, like, trading like Eurasia race for black race as like so far as the only like known race within this film is like not a good look in the first place.
Here's one of my.
Also, it's like this kid's like just learning that his dad died on TV and not because of the butler or any kind of call.
Oh, and also that his dad was a robber and who stole the Rosetta Stone.
Also, he found out that the bird idea is going to follow his name everywhere. Their boat was named the Owl Star.
Hey, there it is.
Off.
Is he going to drop that glass thing of milk? Because that's the only reason that they're going to give it to him.
Slow-mo.
Oh, there you go. The contacts are so bad.
It's really bad.
Artemis Fowl. Criminal mastermind.
Why is he like pulling away from the TV? Like, what else would he do? Like,
fight the TV. He's gonna fight the TV.
Instead of CNN, did you see what it was?
What?
It was KNN.
Oh, god damn it! I love the writing they give to this kid.
It's like, don't answer the phone. You're in a house that size. You probably have 17 phones. Why would it be his dad?
Is this a hoax? Good God.
So wait, he's a villain? Like the kid's a villain, his dad's a villain, right?
But now the kid's a hero who doesn't believe his dad could ever do bad things or is a criminal.
Okay, so is this movie Ocean's 12? Where they have to steal a thing for the bad guy from another bad guy?
It's just like so weird that we like just met this butler and we know nothing about him outside of exposition, and there's like no relation, and there's no relationship between Artemis and this butler, and it's just like it's just how it is. And I'm not saying like, you know, it's like Kenneth Branagh directed this, you know, It's like he's not a new director. He's directed like a ton of films. It's just so weird that this is like amateur hours so far.
Why not have him watching him on the beach?
Is not supposed to know about all this like fantasy and fairy and stuff like that until Artemis finds it out.
Okay, but like, why not have him be more like on the beach doing Tai Chi, like being his bodyguard? Like, at least he's doing like katas on the beach watching Artemis.
Yeah, it's like instead of like having this whole giant scene of him like surfing, like why didn't they just like cut that out and just do a scene where it's like him like interacting with like the people in his life?
Can you read what these things are?
He'd be a cool sports boy.
Is that one? Oh my god, this guy looks like double XL Simon Phoenix.
That's a good one.
Like, why? Like, okay, if you're going to make him like, why the contacts in the hair? It's weird and unnecessary. It's like, all right, we're not going to give him any characterization, so let's just make his hair white and his eyes really cartoonishly blue.
Could your father have ever given a clue as to where to start, even though you've never been down here ever?
Oh no, do you know what I'm having flashbacks towards right now?
What?
This is almost the exact same scene from Gotham.
What happened in Gotham?
Oh, no.
With young Bruce and Alfred, of how he finds that... So basically, in Gotham, he doesn't make the Batcave. It already exists. Because Thomas Wayne made it. And he fucking dicks around in his father's office.
That's right.
And he finds like a random book or some bullshit and plays a record, and then like a secret door opens up.
I forgot about that. God damn it. Oh boy.
That was really fast.
Yeah.
Like zero tension.
Well, yeah, we got a 95-minute movie to get through.
It's like I'm watching The Martian all over again, but I don't like. I actually like The Martian.
It's like I could be watching a much better movie right now.
But this movie has Irish people in it, so I gotta, watch it.
Time to believe in what? I feel like Batman's narrating this movie. Like Batman's okay. Is this Super Mario Brothers? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. So we jumped back into a narration. This has got to be all like reshoot stuff with the Josh Gad narration.
I might be a bit heavy, guys, but this CGI is terrible.
Yeah, this is where all the money went.
This is awful.
I bet you this is probably what I was worried Aquaman would look like.
Okay, it took us 20 minutes to get to like Fairy World.
Which looks like a slightly more populated world from Green Lantern movie.
It looks like a Disney theme park attraction, right down to the monorail.
But only on VR.
If he gets off of this fucking tram, okay, it's not him.
So you see this character right here, the woman in the green?
Mm-hmm.
The elf with attitude?
Yes, she is not supposed to be white.
Yeah, shocker.
Oh.
She is described in the book as having dark nut brown skin of a coffee complexion.
So she probably is supposed to be like Arab or Middle Eastern?
I would guess so.
Or like light black,
Or light black or Hispanic or
pretty much.
So is light black gray or like
or like I'm sorry, light brown.
Okay.
Ryan can make those jokes as
I give a pass.
Does our token minority expert give us a pass there?
Yeah, I'll give that a pass.
Yeah, Ryan out minorities me.
Okay, hang on. Josh Gad is supposed to be a dwarf. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Is he a giant dwarf or is he a person that thinks he's a dwarf?
It's like a giant midget type thing, I think.
And I guess we're never gonna see it.
Nope.
Oh, he's got a big mouth like that GIF I saw. That's a
the
callback.
Goblin's also wearing giant chains, like he's ethnic, I'll say.
I think she's supposed to be a leper. Is that Holly
Yeah,
Short?
she's supposed to be a leprechaun.
That is Holly Short. Okay, this is like really quick. Holy crap.
Yeah, it moves real fast.
I do have to say, like, their conversation was the most life this movie has had so far.
Yeah, that kind of sparked a little bit.
Josh Gad looks like he's in his early 30s, and that character looked like she was like in her late
12.
late teens.
She looked like she was 13.
Big yikes moment.
Which, like,
I'm literally
considering
reading the description, she's 84 in the book.
oh, it's like anime age, where it's like, like I have like a young girl body, but I'm 900 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah, she just chooses to look like that.
Or it's like a curse, or like, yeah.
Or they're just, like,
Trying to see like who this actor is.
Listen to that voice, and you'll find out.
Yeah, who is this?
I think it's Judy.
No, not the voice lady. It's the other guy.
Oh.
It's Judi Dench.
The guy.
No, yeah, they're both Judi Dench.
They're both.
It's like a Tilda Swinton thing.
Actually, I could see Tilda. Oh,
she already did one of these movies. She was in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. She was the witch.
Yeah, well, and yeah, she gets like every now and again.
It's Leprechaun. So it's like
there she is.
Oh, there she is.
And she's riding on the Emperor's throne, and she has a David Bowie haircut.
Hey, God bless Judi Dench being at a certain age where she can just like kind of do whatever the fuck she wants. I wish I could be at an age like Judi Dench, just do whatever I want.
It's Judi Dench doing an old Irish accent,
and like a gravelly one for some reason.
I feel like this is her trying to do what Glenn Close did in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my god, no, Judi Dench
totally.
She sounds like she's trying to do, it's a smoker trying to do an Irish accent.
She nails the accent though.
It's Judi Dench. It is Judi Dench.
Honestly, she does just sound like my grandma after smoking a lot.
What's the deal with their father? This is the first we've heard of it.
You know what? I don't know if that was a later book or not.
Like, what is this actress from? Because like I'm looking at her IMDb, and I don't know any of this other shit.
This is their first movie, as is Artemis Fowl.
Oh, so our two leads have no acting credit.
Yes,
that's a good plan.
like, what did you do on your summer vacation? I acted with Judi Dench and Josh Gad and Colin Farrell. I would be so happy if Dropkick Murphys played at some point in this movie.
Oh god!
Or there's like a bar scene and it's like Dropkick Murphys in the background.
So wait, Connor, what did you say?
They're from Boston. They're as Irish as I am. Like, look, I'm the son of an immigrant. So are they. Like, I get it, but I want actual Irish representation.
No, that's fair.
Okay, that's fair. So this is where we start to get into the problems of him not being Asian. So he's training him in kendo?
Wait. I'm training my niece to be a butler who also has the last name of Butler.
It's so that they can have an age-appropriate love interest as 12-year-olds?
I guess.
Yes.
Also, Connor, I'm sorry. I will agree that proper Irish representation is needed.
No, that was all a joke. That was literally me joking. I'm sorry if I came off more serious than I intended.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
No. I also just hate the Dropkick Murphys.
Fair enough.
Oh, so this girl was in the reboot of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And she's in the show The Worst Witch.
Wait, which one?
They did a remake of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh yeah, Nickelodeon.
Yeah, like last year, yeah.
Oh, no way.
Like, the whole idea is that, like, the Midnight Society, like, one of their new members tells a story, and the story comes to life. It's like Goosebumps.
That's not really Are You Afraid of the Dark, then.
So we have not learned what this Aculos thing is yet. And
I have a feeling it's the MacGuffin.
Oh my god.
It is the MacGuffin, and that is a centaur.
Centaur is the worst thing I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, $125 million.
Is it walking on a treadmill?
Yes.
I just don't understand, like, how this, like, leprechaun centaur, like, conglomerate, like I just don't understand how this has to do with, like, Artemis Fowl's dad being, like, a thief of art.
Well, because the thing is, they've done no explanation of this world, like the world building. And we've also not seen Artemis in 10 minutes, at least.
Well, no, we saw... Actually,
the girl gave him a sandwich.
Yeah, girl gave him a sandwich.
Yes.
Wait, so like this other girl's like sent in also, so it's like, are they gonna do like a love triangle thing with like the butler girl and the leprechaun girl and him?
About
when we don't like really know anything about like Artemis in the first place?
Artemis and the leprechaun.
Holy shit, that fucking centaur. I'm sorry.
I know, it's really bad.
So, like, do you think he's just like skipping on behind a green screen?
I think they have him like standing on something, and it like is bopping him up and down.
So I looked at the actor who plays Foley, I guess his name is. He was also in the first New Year's episode of Jodie Whittaker's Run at the Doctor. And he was also in London Has Fallen.
Yeah, that's supposed to be bad, I heard.
Yeah,
as compared to the other two.
I haven't seen Angel Has Fallen yet.
I heard Angel's pretty good.
I heard it
was. For those movies.
Wait, okay, so did Artemis Fowl Sr. steal the MacGuffin that they're like looking after?
And
that's why, and that's why they're sending the young girl to basically like meet with Artemis Fowl Jr. to figure out what's happened?
Either that.
Well, I think they think that Artemis Fowl Sr. stole it, but he did not steal it. And that's why whoever it is has Artemis Fowl Sr. Oh my god.
This is bad. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, big yikes.
Oof.
Also, did that capsule just crash land somewhere?
Yeah, it did.
It just in someone's backyard.
Well, this is the problem I have with like hidden fantasy worlds. When they interact with the real world, there should be consequences.
Jokes. Oh.
Why is he in a ghillie suit?
So nobody sees them.
Because he's like hiding.
Why is he still wearing a tuxedo underneath it? And it's also the worst ghillie suit I've ever seen. I feel like that actor was like, you can put a blanket on me and one plastic plant on my shoulder.
You can face paint me a little bit.
And legitimately, this character looks like the elves with attitude now with the wings even more.
They 100% do, yeah.
God.
And she has...
Disney literally ripped itself off. Oh, this shot is bad. This is like early 2000s CGI.
It's just like
so
bad... This is like bad early PS3 graphics. It's not as bad as the end of Bloodshot graphics.
I will say, at least this movie is bad, but I'm entertained by how bad
Why
it is.
Is she in Italy? And also, this is obviously not Italy at all. And this is some
question.
Backlot set.
She came out of a volcano, so like, are there any volcanoes near like Ireland?
No, I think she came out of Mount Vesuvius.
Why, because troll in the dungeon. Wait a minute. I'm not even kidding. That's literally the same troll design, or that looks like a design from Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, speaking of which.
Wow, callback.
How did that giant group of people like not realize that troll?
Wait, I was gonna say, what happened to the kid? Is she dead?
Also, like, they just noticed the troll?
Oh, here's Chekhov's time freezing gun.
I'm sure that will not come back at the end of this film.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so we've also now established that she's the size of a small child.
Again, it's elves with attitude.
Wait, I missed that. Like, is she like healing her?
Yeah.
Also, did that troll just kill someone?
I'm pretty sure the troll killed
someone. 100%.
somebody.
This wedding party's getting messed up.
That guy's dead. He just bitch slapped somebody.
Man, did you hear about Uncle Mario? I don't know. I was thinking of an Italian name. Because we're in
This is worse than like the first Men in Black. Like in the effects. Yeah.
Whoa, that horse just like clapped it.
What?
Why would he need... That was such an unnecessary thing for it to do.
Now we got the Quicksilver moment here.
Oh my god, you're totally right.
With the opera music. Hey, look, there's a couple dead bodies over there on the tarps. Why is that woman's legs splayed up?
What? Okay, so like, what manor you guys are at?
3449.
Hi.
She's taking an ice cream cone.
Okay, got it.
I might be a couple of seconds ahead of you.
I'm at 3506 now.
So she just gave the little girl the ice cream that the dude had in his eyeball.
This is literally Quicksilver.
Oh, it's Men in Black and Quicksilver put together.
Yes.
Now I just hope Vincent D'Onofrio shows up, because he'd make this movie 1,000 times
Which
better.
I mean, like, hey, it's like if this book was written in 2001, like, Men in Black is like not a, like, I mean, that's a contemporary, I guess.
No, totally. It's like it's pulling from what it knows around the world. It's just so laid out. It's a classic.
So wouldn't these people be like, did that guy just take underwear off of his head?
It's a strange wedding. There's a body on the ground.
Yeah, that guy died.
Oh, look, it's like E.T.
Well, that's the problem, because this is a PG movie. It's like, so that is like the maximum level of violence we can have when that troll should have killed like 12 people.
Also, literally, what is her stopping a troll at some Italian wedding has to do with like the plot of this movie?
So, is Holly Short like a loose cannon cop, doesn't play by the rules, and
okay,
Judi Dench is a hard, gruff chief?
How bad is it that the centaur guy is on a like constantly moving platform, so they constantly have to have that horse body walking?
Yes.
I feel like they did that just because like it was the easiest way to like keep it in there and make it look less shitty. What the fuck is the Aculos? I want it to be something so dumb.
It's a key.
Oh, God.
It's locking keys too. Oh, I know that name. She was in the books. That name I explicitly remember.
How much must it have sucked for this actress to be in this dumb fucking costume the entire time? Because she's in this movie so far more than Artemis.
I mean, yeah, and Artemis is named after the movie.
And now we're gonna have a.
Now he's.
That is the laziest camouflage I've ever seen on a person.
On Artemis's face?
Yeah, because I think they're like, oh, we have to make sure the audience knows it's still him and not the giant black man with the blue eyes.
Yeah, just in case you had forgotten.
A fox screamed like that?
I mean, foxes do scream.
But they don't sound like that.
They don't sound like that at all, no.
Why would he have to reload? It's a goddamn trank gun. And that CGI of her face was pretty bad.
Judi Dench about to load up.
Oh, fuck. Dude, that thing hopping around in the background is hilariously terrible.
It's so bad.
Can you imagine it's just like, it's got this like goofy looking face on it?
Get the 4-leaf clover out of here. I'm going to use that on next St. Patrick's Day.
Alright, this is a little more accurate to what happened in the book, because he pretty much did capture her and keep her, like, locked up.
Okay, so if we understand that these Colin Farrell scenes are all reshoots, then is half of this movie reshoots of, like, explanations of shit?
It might be possible.
Pulling from the DC playbook, I see.
Because, like, then what was this movie if all these scenes didn't exist?
Did, like, Satan possess her? What?
We got these sunglasses that we got for free at a ball game.
Polarized sunglasses.
Like, those look like the sunglasses like I got when I went to like the MLB All-Star thing that like 17 different things were giving out. Like,
yeah,
they look like the free sunglasses you get at your town's community day.
Dude, I was just going to say I got these exact sunglasses from my community college that I eventually dropped out of.
So, like,
wow, he closed a piece of wood.
Also, we're cutting back to like.
But it's like, why would Artemis Fowl like?
Josh,
like maybe I missed something, but like, why would Artemis Fowl like kidnap this fairy girl and keep her prisoner? Like,
because it was in the book. Because it was in the book.
I think I'm gonna do this movie some favors and explain what I think is going on. So, Artemis Fowl 1, Colin Farrell gets kidnapped. The person who kidnapped him wants the thing. Calls Artemis Fowl the kid. The kid figures out that it's in the book. The book tells him he needs a fairy or some bullshit. So he sets a trap and gets her because he needs information to get to the fairy world.
Maybe
I feel like I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting here for this plot.
Also, did anyone just notice how the wind is not tussling his hair as hard as it should be?
Yeah. Also, how would he know what a time freeze is?
He's really smart. Don't you get it? He's just so smart.
He's a smart boy.
It's literally made of chicken wire and wood. Why can't she break this?
It reminds me of the Faraday cage that they have in what's that Will Smith movie with is it Enemy of the State?
Yeah, it is Enemy of the State.
That's a movie it's a bad movie that I love that has weird actors in it.
I kind of actually love that movie.
It's in like Seth Green and Jack Black in it as like the nerds.
100%, and it is a good movie. It's so cartoony.
It's Gene Hack.
Yeah.
Wait, he has the Jessica Biel's weapon from Blade Trinity.
Yeah, he does.
Did anyone just see that? Why did we slow down like the frame rate?
That happened to me too. That's part of the movie.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Also, the amount of that they're having these actors do pretend touchscreen acting is bad. It's alright. This is a magic touchscreen. Touch that shit up real hard.
What is happening?
Oh my god, that dude is like...
He's gone. He's out. Sorry, dude. Game over.
Oh, and that's Seagull, too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I realized what Artemis is like?
Their computer just made like a Nintendo sound.
I just realized, you know how Artemis is getting past all this? You ever remember the SpongeBob episode where they build a sea bear circle to keep out sea bears? That's what this is. This whole movie is that.
Why did Judi Dench just look at camera?
Why are they airbending? Or earthbending?
We're now doing, I don't know. We're doing Avatar, apparently.
I'm not even joking. These things look like the shit that Warner Brothers didn't use in Aquaman.
This is literally like, okay, this is a child. Calm yourselves.
Well, I mean, like, they also are like, because I feel like they're also like doing all this shit because of Artemis Fowl Senior.
Judi Dench's helmet is the stupidest shit ever.
Oh my god.
And this is basically to set up like Artemis Fowl Senior is like a real badass.
I feel like whoever wrote Judi Dench's lines was the same person that wrote all of Arnold Schwarzenegger's lines in Batman and Robin. Why is he putting on a tuxedo?
That's like his hero suit for the entire series. He always wears like
his hero suit is like a nice ass suit.
Yeah, it's a I don't know, an old classy thing.
Oh, all right. Second question: why are they creating like a kind of headquarters in like a shed when they have all these ships?
Because resources.
All right. Are you prepared for a $75 million scene?
$125 million fight scene. What is this camera work? Is this trying to be...
Why did he do a spin move for a shield?
What is this?
Look at all these cuts.
This is...
What is happening?
It's like they're only attacking one at a time.
Why are we doing a bow and arrow? This was supposed to be in 3D, wasn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that was definitely a 3D shot right there with the helmet.
I'm looking at the who wrote this movie. I don't recognize the one guy, but the other writer wrote Mr. Bean's Holiday, Johnny English Reborn, and contributed to Paddington, the first one.
Dude, those are all bangers.
I know. So what happened?
Did you see that the butler was just like dragging an elf by its throat in the background?
Yeah, it was the most brutal thing so far.
Is this thing going to be his mom?
Wait, is it? No. Is this that Opal person they mentioned?
I think that's what they want us to think.
The subtitles say Opal says this.
Okay.
Wow.
Never mind then.
Well, yep. Opal's definitely a lady.
Actually, going back to Watchmen, she is played by the character. She was in Watchmen as Lady True.
Oh, that actress is awesome. She's so good in Watchmen, Lady True.
Yeah, she's the uncredited voice.
Why even have it when they're just going to voice modulate it so much?
Uncredited for a reason.
Because she is awesome in Watchmen.
Okay, so I should point out when, oh god, we are really speeding through this first book.
So we're at the halfway point of this film.
I think so.
Yes.
Because, there was, a full-scale attack and the troll kind of showed up, but, did Commander Root show up in the first book actually to negotiate? I don't remember.
No, it was someone else.
Okay.
It was, another pivotal character at that point.
He's all over the news. I would worry about that.
It's like, hey, old bitch, turn on the TV.
Turn on the TV, you silly bastard. Oh, so do you want to know who executive produced this movie? De Niro produced this, or executive produced it.
What?
De Niro executive produced this movie.
Was he in Golden Compass or one of the other ones?
Well, it's from Tribeca Productions, so let's see. No, not that. I'm trying to see what else he did. No, this is the first kids movie he's done in a while.
Yeah, I'm saying wasn't he in one of those other movies?
No, he was in the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie.
No, he was in Golden Compass or something else too.
He definitely was not in Golden Compass. That part I remember.
Stardust?
Oh, that was a good movie though.
Yeah, but it's in that same genre of fantasy,
a little more fantasy. And this is. How do you know this plan, Josh Gad? You weren't there. Yeah. I don't care. You were on a transport to go to prison.
Yeah, he was in Stardust, which was 2007, which is again a little late for these movies.
I'm just super annoyed by all this. Is how Josh Gad's the narrator here.
Oh, every time it pops up, I'm just he is just filling plot that they just didn't shoot or had problems with,
or just reminding the audience in case you were too stupid.
But it's not even he's just filling. He's info dump.
He is info dump. Is that 80s music?
Yeah. So this is totally them doing Guardians. Prison with 70s music.
Why does he look like Fat Thor?
But Fat Thor would be more entertaining than Josh Gad.
Yeah, he has the hairstyle and the build of Fat Thor.
These goblin designs are also horrendous.
I don't know, man. I think they look like goblins at the end of the day.
They're boring. It's my.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but I mean, it's like, hey, like everything about this design of this movie is boring. Like, I think like boring goblins seem pretty on paper.
You're not into the heavily mascaraed face of Josh Gad?
I mean, like, I don't really know what much you could do with goblins to dress them up.
I don't know. I feel like they're like a little big too.
I'm just waiting for his like jaw to unhinge, and it's gonna be.
They look like they remind me of Danny DeVito Penguin in many ways. That makes no sense, because aren't dwarves like always the people who build shit?
Yeah, but no, in this universe, like they actually are like he is actually afraid of fire.
I mean, it's like also it's like one of those things.
Wait, is that Bryce? No, it's not Bryce Dallas Howard. That looked like Bryce Dallas Howard.
You're just being redhead racist.
How dare I?
Cute.
How dare I be racist towards redheads, thinking they all look the same? I'm an awful person.
Wait, like we saw like that cute redhead girl for like maybe like 2 seconds, and then she's gone.
She was in an earlier scene. You just didn't see her. She was standing next to the horse guy.
And I mean, like, hey, like I'm not saying like we need to see like so and so, but it's like I feel like okay. You know, it's like, hey, someone shows up, and it's like,
hey,
she's like automatically gone.
This is really dumb. Can I trust you? Of course, you have no choice. And now they're just friends.
Wait, so her dad stole the Aculos.
Hey, girl I just met, tell me how your dad died.
Also, even though you look my age, you're actually 84, so our relationship is going to be really inappropriate on paper.
I mean, like, also, like, hey, it's like the really, like, look.
It's the Twilight problem, except our main character is actually 12.
Like, look, that's just the problem you're gonna run into anytime you run into fantasy character. It's like, hey, oh, hey, this elf girl, it's really cute. She looks like she's like 21, but she's like, you know, 890 years old.
I want to know how old this actress actually is.
I'm like looking what her name is.
It's Lara McDonald.
Lara McDonald age. She is 16.
So you have this other character who's like the niece of the butler, who like very seems like I don't really like kind of like know what the purpose of her character is.
Because they have a quotient of not white people, and they hit it for this movie with the two of them.
Like and the centaur guy.
Like, I'm not even like trying to say it in that way. It's like honestly, it's like they introduced her as like the niece. She feeds Artemis Fowl a sandwich, and then like we don't see her until like this point where it's like, hey, they're coming in and doing a thing. It's like, it's like they honestly like have like all these side characters and they don't.
Oh my god!
Do with them.
Did you hear that too? The David Bowie line?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's literally saying she's David Bowie. I was like, oh, okay, at least they're calling it.
And then they're like, do you think they'll ever find out he was one of us? What?
Well, Bowie was into magic and shit, like hardcore.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Like he almost drove himself insane. I think at one point they say all he ate for almost a year was milk, peppers, and cocaine.
Wait a minute. Is this a scene where we're gonna get Josh Gad pooping dirt out of his butthole?
I hate to say this, but he's the most entertaining part of this movie.
100%.
I hate to say it, but this movie's terrible. But I feel like if I watched it alone, I'd hate it more.
Oh, for sure. Like, but this is also like I think a big part of this is remember that this is a movie for kids, and this is the most boring kids movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
because we are about an hour into an hour and a half movie, and I feel like this is longer than Bloodshot.
Well, like, okay, so we're like almost an hour in, and it's like, what is this movie about?
Nothing has happened. Nothing's happened. So we had a adjacent troll thing that has nothing to do with anything.
Okay. So honestly, Artemis Fowl Sr. is kidnapped by someone, and so Artemis Fowl Jr. kidnaps an elf.
What is happening?
40 minutes into the movie for reasons.
Terrifying.
Oh, here it is.
So he unhinged his jaw.
Oh my god, this is horrifying. This is literally a horror movie now.
Wait, so is the idea he's eating dirt and shitting it out simultaneously?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's a mole.
Yep.
Pretty much. He's Mole from Atlantis. In fact,
it's literally a dwarf from Warhammer.
In fact, don't be surprised.
Okay, I would have bet $1,000 that he would have came out in the crotch of that painting.
Here's the thing. If they ever do a live action Atlantis the Lost Empire movie, who do you think is going to play Mole?
Him.
Wait, did you say Land of the Lost?
No, Atlantis the Lost Empire.
Also, it's like, if they're this rich, why do they have one butler? Like, I know it's from the book. Why do they have, like, such shitty security in this house? A very obvious painting that's covering something up because the back is really big.
Yeah, every house has one, doesn't it?
It's like, oh, is this a special painting? It's like hanging 3 feet off of the wall, like forward.
This looks like something familiar. I just can't place my finger on it.
It's kind of boring fantasy steampunk.
Is this the movie fucking Home Alone, by the way? Like,
Is this whole thing take place in this house? Because that'd be really fucking dumb.
Man, I gotta be honest. You know how, like, and Connor, you'll remember this. Remember, like, the movies, like, the books, like, went to different places and locales? And
like, you went to the fairy world and you would see other parts of the planet and how different cultures reacted to different monsters. And
but they only had $125 million to make this movie.
Yeah, only $125 million.
What? Why is his hair? Why is he Bobobo? Why is he Bobobo?
I see, but I actually don't mind that. Like, it's so sad to me that, like, I'm enjoying his character, and I think I'm only enjoying it because everybody else, like, this kid playing Artemis is a block. Like, saying a block of wood is insulting to hardwood. Like, he is a cement block.
Wait a minute. So they're friends, like, immediately. That's not supposed to happen.
And also, if she's like a fairy thing...
I mean, she just punched him in the face. I don't think they're friends.
Frenemies, whatever. That's still not supposed to happen.
Look at that acorn.
Wait a minute. I think you're right, Lou. It is Ocean's 12. It's a Fabergé.
It's just a really shitty heist.
It is an acorn.
Fairy world? Fairy world.
It makes you come in 2 seconds.
Wow, this is the lighthouse.
You know, I was hoping that we would get through this.
Like, it looks like a glowing
gutters thing like last time, but here we are.
It looks like a glowing butt plug more than it looks like an acorn.
Yeah, look, man, we made it like an hour in before the butt plug stuff.
I work on a lot of chapters that have butt plugs. That does not look like a butt plug.
Does it look like an acorn?
It totally looks like an acorn. It looks like an upside down acorn.
I will take John's expertise on butt plugs.
They found the legendary butt plug.
No!
So the guy that we knew was working with our enemy is working with our enemy?
Gasp. I am shocked.
Okay, can I say something? I never thought I would see... oh my god, I just forgot the character. Oh, like Norman Osborn hair in real life? That guy has Norman Osborn hair.
The heart, Osborn. We go for the heart.
Oh, that fairy straight up died.
So the time thing can now eat people? Is he a Nazi leprechaun?
Wait, that just happened? So it's a coup? Oh. Okay.
The footstep sounds are terrible.
Oh. Oh yeah, this is from the first book. The troll. Yeah, the troll busting into Artemis's house was a part of the book, so this... I mean, the way we got here was stupid, but we got here.
So, is this entire movie take place at this fucking house?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
what did they spend this money on?
The time bubble.
Visual effects.
Or on the centaur. Everything was spent on the centaur.
And underground.
And they spent $25 million on animating each leg of the centaur?
Each hair.
Or finding a black guy with blue eyes and white hair.
Man, can you imagine if this came out in theaters like planned?
This would be this honestly feels like it would be the biggest fucking bomb.
Oh, this would be the biggest bomb of the year, for sure.
So, can you imagine like the carpet event and everyone's just like, what the fuck did we make? This is terrible.
Can we just realize that this is the year that the Sonic movie is like one of the best movies of the year? And we're constantly watching just shitty movies?
Are you trying to imply something there, Connor?
No, I'm just like I'm having this weird crisis right now where Sonic is the last movie I saw in theaters, and it's also the best movie I've seen this year.
I debate that because I think Birds of Prey is a better movie than Sonic the Hedgehog.
I haven't seen Birds of Prey, but I should watch that.
Disagree on that one.
Birds of Prey is great. Don't listen to him.
No, I do want to watch Birds of Prey. I'm trying. I have no idea what it's about, so I'm interested to see it.
I like more because it was such a surprise.
I need to watch Suicide Squad first. Also, why are they?
Seen that?
No,
I feel like that's on the docket now.
Why are they shooting the troll into the house and not just letting it walk in?
Damage.
I'm trying to think what I hate more. Do I hate this more or do I hate Fantasy Island? I think I hate Fantasy Island more. I'll distract him. I'll distract the big troll, said the butler.
I feel like this troll is... I'm having, like, very not good vibes about the way it looks. Like, racially. I think it's the dreads are bothering me.
It's okay, I've got this. Oh wait, the butler picked me up. Never mind, I don't got this.
So he leaves his sister... Wait. So he left his niece or whatever, who's also a child, to fight a troll, but picked up the other kid with the gun?
Well, you know, if his charge gets
wait,
killed,
what is
there goes
this couch? Why do they have a bull couch?
Why wouldn't
Artemis Fowl Sr.'s really into Wall Street?
Artemis Fowl Sr. saw Wall Street and said yes.
Why is he just not shooting it? Wouldn't you just shoot it? These wire stunts are terrible.
I'm sorry, that like unhinging jaw effect is really creepy.
It's very Uncanny Valley.
It's so bad.
I really do not know anything about the character of like the niece butler.
So is he like a Kirby?
Who, Josh got? I think so. Minus the powers.
Also, the niece jumped way too far. It was terrible.
Dead. The niece should be dead by this point.
Why is he now just shooting it?
Oh, this is my favorite Destiny 2 cutscene.
Wait, did he just sexually assault that troll?
Darvit. Yes, it's a curse word, kids. That's why it's PG. You said a bad word.
Oh, is that like saying
It's like the F-bomb in fairy language, I think.
It's like,
what's the Battlestar word?
Yeah, fracking.
Fracking.
Yeah.
I love how they actually use that in the CW stuff because they're like all of them are nerds, so they actually will say frack it. And
I like that as a substitute because at least you get to say something and it still implies the same message. I want to point out,
2 years prior, Kenneth Branagh made Murder on the Orient Express, which is not that bad of a movie.
I mean, like,
okay, his legs would be shattered. What is she hold? Okay, that scene, she had one hand on nothing. She was just floating in the sky.
I mean, like, here's the thing. It's like, everyone's like, you know, everyone's not perfect, like, whatever. But it's like the idea that, like, Kevin Branagh, like, he's, like, an established director. He's done a bunch of different stuff. Like, this sucks. But, like, hey, like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's not like he hasn't done anything, like, bad recently.
Is this movie more offensive than his character in Wild Wild West?
I mean, Wild Wild West is a more enjoyable movie. Because we got, like, Will Smith doing a Wild Wild West theme.
Wait, is Butler not even going to be hurt?
I mean, like, also, like, I also understand the motivations of Wild Wild West more than this movie.
He should be paced. He should be paced.
Also, nobody is helping She helped herself.
Dom, I've known you for so long.
Dom's down.
No, I keep
Dom, you're the only black man in Ireland.
I keep thinking of Vin Diesel now. Dom.
That's awesome.
I'm just thinking of, like, Gears of War when they just yell Dom.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's pretty much all the Fast and Furious movies. It's like,
wait,
Dom.
So if the time thing grabs you, you get thrown into a black hole?
Oh my god, what was that fucking fairy in the background?
The puppet thing? They're everywhere.
I don't like that.
The character we haven't seen so far?
No, I think it's just a room of marionettes, which is more scary.
So wait, is he supposed to be, like, on his way out the door?
Also, why is he saying we call it something that's obviously in Chinese or Japanese, and he is like a 6'5", 380-pound black man?
I barely know you. What are you? Who is your? What is this guy?
That's hilarious. What happened?
And he's just gonna die by taking a slight nap.
Yeah,
him dying. That's like really bad, like, death acting. Like, he was like crushed, and he'd be like coughing, like blood.
He's like trying to keep his eyes still, and he can't do it.
So Black Irish died. So like he was the last black man in Ireland.
It's gonna be one of those stupid fake outs where they're just like, "Oh, surprise! She used her magic after all."
You know, to be completely honest, if I knew Artemis Fowl, like, this seems to be a lot like Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, where just like it's like such a fucking like farce. Like, it seems like such a complete catastrophe to like the mainline like adaptations.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna be honest. From seeing some of the
like, I don't even
having
care
only
about
read the first two books.
Oh, look, you're right. She's gonna use her magic to save this giant guy.
Of course, she is. I'm gonna say though, I have not seen an adaptation shit the bed this hard since Aragon. Maybe Percy Jackson too.
I was gonna say, like, Avatar is like the worst adaptation I saw last decade. So
Yeah. Like,
so this movie has no stakes.
Aragon.
No,
I didn't cry.
Aragon.
You like
Okay.
lived through it. What are you like?
Okay.
Someone who doesn't realize what's going on?
Can I bring up what I would say is the most problematic part of this movie?
Everything?
No. He has this, like, quote unquote, like, his death scene with not his family member. Like, he died with his, I don't know, somebody's kid that he watches, and not his niece.
Guys, we still have 23 minutes left of this movie.
That's fine. That's so good because there's only 23 minutes left.
There's also, like, nothing has happened. So now the big thing that's happening
there's where the 125 million went, where the thing collapsed.
Which Artemis
water
caused.
physics are expensive.
Yes. So Artemis caused all. So I think if they get touched, they die. Because I think it's like a black hole physics. So Artemis has caused like a small amount of like leprechauns. That's what these things are, right?
Yeah, oh god, these effects are bad.
Oh, she's gonna save the ship guy?
Oh, at least something good.
Wait. She put him back on his boat, which is like falling like 700 feet.
Well,
he's still dead. He's just gonna die on his boat.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess you don't die when you go through it? You
do the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 thing where they made the jumps 1,000 times.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. What? Okay, I do like the concept of their wings. Like them being like small little pieces of mirrors.
I'm gonna save him because I love him. What?
Who is she going to save?
Probably
Artemis. So there's a portal right behind his house. Like, why did they come out of the volcano?
No, I think it's a hole that Josh Gad made.
What is happening?
Time is happening all at once here.
The effects on this house look bad.
I don't know. The house looks kind of cool. The outside, at least. I love to live in a house like that.
Wait, do you hear this line delivery? This is like the room level quickness.
Yeah, because it's all ADR.
Because I'm a rogue leprechaun.
Because you are a really cute 12-year-old, even though I'm an 84-year-old
It's
leprechaun fairy.
Still pedophilia.
Because they're leprechauns, right? They're not fairies.
They're leprechauns.
No, they're fairies. They're
like,
called.
She's not 12. She's like 800 years old.
No. He's 12.
Yeah,
but she's like 80.
Yeah. She's 82. Judi Dench is 802. Friendship. Not what happens, but sure.
And by friendship, we mean we're going to touch our special places.
God.
But wait. So they're leprechauns, and they have...
They're fairies. They're just called leprechaun is like the unit that patrols Earth, and they wear all green. That's why leprechauns are associated with like green fairies.
Oh.
Yeah. It is like a smart interpretation. I think it's kind of cool, personally.
I guess maybe like it's so badly explained it's dumb in this.
Yeah, I like the concept, but that's also because of nostalgia.
Oh, hey, speaking of Disney Plus, excuse me. The Hamilton trailer just dropped. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna watch that after this.
Okay, I do want to say the coolest thing I've seen in this movie is this solar system thing, and I want to own it.
The what thing?
The thing on the table that's the solar system. It's like very like 1970s like planetarium thing. Yeah, I just want to own it and put it on my coffee table.
Yeah, with all the gears spinning and everything.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Wow, when the set decoration is better than the movie.
Wait, what is happening? Why? Did anyone else get slowed down again?
Yes.
Why is that an effect?
I'm guessing these are not finished effects. Or something.
Oh God, did they not?
Maybe time's just meant to be slowing down and they wanted to show it in another way.
So why is this thing like giving him magic barnacles? It's actually like Colin Farrell's being attacked by the nanobots inside of Bloodshot.
That's funny.
Because they look exactly the same.
Vin Diesel's gonna pop out of like the wall in Foul Manor somewhere.
Family.
So we're gonna ride again.
What happened?
Are they gonna sequel bait us here?
Well, we have a lot of time left.
Of course, it's a Disney.
We got 20 minutes.
They're not making a sequel.
Oh no!
But I mean, that doesn't stop them from sequel baiting. Dodd.
Da!
He should just be like in a room drinking like scotch or whiskey.
He's just fighting someone like he used to.
All right. Oh, is that computer room we spent like 5 seconds in where that girl gave him a sandwich?
No, there was another shot where she was looking at waves. Now, I want you to remember that Artemis Fowl is a criminal.
Yes.
But
He's done nothing criminal in this movie.
But like, what are his crimes so far?
That's the thing, is like, he's not done anything.
Yeah, literally, Artemis Fowl is not done anything criminal. He's just pretended to be a criminal so he could psych out the leprechaun.
He trained and kidnapped the fairy girl.
That's it.
Well, he did yell at his therapist.
Man, thank God Colin Farrell's going to be Penguin because he needs a win after this one.
Well, it's not like he has picked some garbage movies.
Oh, I know. Oh, he was in Dumbo.
Oh my God, he was in Dumbo.
He was in Fantastic Beasts 1. Total Recall. I could keep going.
But he has done some good things.
I actually kind of like the Total Recall remake, but I couldn't tell you anything that happens in that movie. I just remember liking it when I watched it.
He was in True Detective.
I haven't seen that season yet.
And he was in Bruges, which is great.
It's an amazing movie. He's also in The Lobster, which is also very good.
That's such a good movie. He was in the Fright Night remake, which I liked a lot.
The Fright Night remake is so good.
Yeah.
Hey everyone! Instead of watching Artemis Fowl, go watch these other movies we just recommended.
Go watch In Bruges. That's like the best movie.
I still want to see the Miami Vice movie he did. I have not seen that fully yet.
Also, a better movie than this.
With Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Can't be worse than this.
I was gonna say. Also, by the way, it's like if we were recommending all these better movies at the 120-minute mark, it's like, hey, sorry we didn't tell you this sooner.
Here's the thing. You want a good Colin Farrell movie? Go watch The Gentleman from this year. That's a fun movie.
You know what else? It's an old movie, but I actually like, as a dumb action movie, him in SWAT.
Oh, I love SWAT.
SWAT is such a good dumb action movie. But this is not the worst. Like, have you ever seen, where is it, Winter's Tale?
That movie is a mistake.
That movie is
also in that fucking
horrendous.
Harry Potter prequel. Remember?
We should look into that one.
It's not that great.
Winter's Tale's. It's so boring.
Oh, that's fair.
It's also like they cut 200 pages or something out of the book for the script.
Will Smith is Lucifer in that movie.
What?
And it was a surprise cameo.
Yeah. Because like
it has an
Russell
insane.
Crowe has supernatural powers. He's a demon.
No, Russell Crowe's a demon. Colin Farrell has supernatural powers, and then it's
whoa! This is like the post credits. Like, oh, here's a sequel.
Wait. So that was the climax? They just got the acorn.
Yeah, that was the climax.
The climax was the time bubble that he caused.
So this movie is worse than Cats.
Wow.
Hey man, we haven't seen a movie that's better than Cats so far.
Hey, on my list, Cats was at the bottom. This is now the new bottom.
On my list, Cats is at the top. So
this is definitely the bottom, but like I didn't even realize that was the climax. What the fuck happened? Nothing happens in this movie.
This was a Disney filler movie. There was nothing.
No, you're right. This movie is all filler. There's no action.
$1 million filler movie.
There's no action. It's all filler. The entire film is filler.
The only thing that made people would want to watch this would be Colin Farrell and Judi Dench. Other than that, there's nothing. Like, why are they clapping? What did she do?
It's that redhead again.
He saved the day.
And look, we're hiding the centaur now behind people.
We lost the money on effects.
Look at this sequel baiting.
No, this whole area is a literal Disney amusement park, like a part of the parks. Like
I actually think that's offensive to the parks. Like I think the parks are better designed.
I think this movie was made at least 8 years ago. They just had it on the shelf and they just decided to put it out.
I feel like this does the opposite of what you want your first movie in a series to be, where this did zero world building. We were just shown parts of a world and very little, and there was no explanations of it.
Could you imagine if this was in a movie theater? Like they released this to theaters? I feel kind of interested going back and looking at the original release list 3 months ago or 4 months ago and just seeing what this was going up against or what released the same weekend.
Well, was it supposed to come out this week?
Wait, do you guys
it was supposed to come out in May.
Yeah. Do you guys hear this dialogue? It was we have to finish this. You ready?
It is insane. If you're saying that all the Colin Farrell stuff was reshoots, he's in half of this goddamn movie. I would say he's in a third.
I'm really looking at Wikipedia and how they describe it, and I gotta go back.
Yeah, he's in a third of this movie. The elf girl's in a third.
It says right here, Colin Farrell was revealed as part of the cast of Artemis Fowl the First via reshoots.
Who's Opal?
Oh. Okay, she's a big villain in the books. She shows up in the second one. She is if I'm recalling this...
She's the Voldemort of this series.
Yeah.
So, all this is sequel baiting?
100% yes.
I'm a criminal mastermind. No, you're not.
No, you've done nothing. What have you done?
You have done nothing in this. Don't try to walk
He didn't do any crimes.
What did criminal mastermind? What did he steal? What evil thing did he do?
He's done.
He found the thing in his own house. He didn't even steal it. It was already there.
Okay, how did you just... Is that the back of your house, I'm assuming? By Butler, whose name is also Butler.
Hey, look, it's the little black girl that we got to see twice.
Yeah, the one character who are oh, hey, it's not racist. We have a black character named Butler because Butler is his family name. Here's another character named Butler.
Oh, and she brought our white lead a sandwich.
Nothing about this was a nightmare every time I was watching the movie.
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening. Like, what?
Yes, thank you, Artemis, for literally doing nothing.
Oh, you know what you should watch instead of this? And I thought was actually pretty fun. I watched Lovebirds, which was the Netflix with Kumail Nanjiani.
Yet.
It was pretty fun. It's not the best, but if you like those two comedians...
Wait, they didn't notice his ears before?
Or you didn't describe the mouthing?
Oh, we're doing it again.
When did he have time to make a tracking device?
Yes.
Are we going to be black and white for the rest of the time now?
This is like...
Oh, no, now we're not.
This is like a really bad James Bond exit.
It's flying
super easy to track.
Is he flying the helicopter?
With a character we've never seen before?
Okay, so when did this kid decide to be like, I'm going to be a badass and now I'm a criminal mastermind? You've done nothing.
Wait, the butler couldn't even be the co-pilot?
Well, his dad's the co-pilot.
So now, guess who's supposed to be Holly Short, I found out? Saoirse Ronan.
What?
Saoirse Ronan was supposed to be Holly Short.
Maybe like when they first tried to do this like 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
This was around 2011.
Yeah, 'cause she's way too old and way too good of an actress. Did she win an Academy Award, or she's just been nominated like 2 or 3 times?
Been nominated. Now we ride off into the sunset to a movie that will probably never get a sequel. Thank God.
Oh my god, thank you. Well, actually, we did it this time. It's over. Is
That
there
was
any post-credit?
terrible.
That was the
I don't
worst.
care, actually.
Is there an after credit scene?
I'm looking right
I'm
now.
checking now. Not that I say.
Hang on, I'm looking.
You'd think with a
Artemis
Disney
Fowl,
movie.
would you love to join the Avengers Initiative?
I would actually appreciate it if they just like, he's like, I want to be an Avenger, and just Spider-Man just like punches him in the dick.
So
Hell yeah.
I did a quick thing, and we've seen 5 films so far. And I rated my films from 1 to 5 again, much like we did last week. This is the 4th worst film we've seen so far, at least in my opinion.
What's the worst?
This is the worst.
I think Hellboy's worse.
No, I think Hellboy.
Because like
So out of the 4 I've
someone,
seen,
okay, as someone who has no experience with Artemis Fowl, who has like no what
connection.
Like not like I don't think I don't expect much of Artemis Fowl. I think it's the 4th worst because I expect more out of Hellboy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Hellboy being so bad, I think it's 5th.
I think Hellboy, for what it could have been, is like the worst thing. But like, I couldn't even put this on in the background and like look over and be like, "Oh, this is an enjoyable scene." There are enjoyable scenes in Hellboy. This movie, like Ryan said, is somehow a movie of filler where nothing happens. Nothing happens in this movie.
So
nothing happens
So my list is currently Cats #1. It's the best film we've seen so far. Kill this ant. Sorry, my house is full of ants right now. Blade Trinity is #2.
Blade's so good.
Bloodshot is #3. Artemis Fowl is 4, and Hellboy is 5.
Oh, see, I think I am Cats, Hellboy, Bloodshot, Blade, Artemis Fowl. No, I think.
Oh God, am I still Cats?
Bloodshot and Blade are really hard. Actually, I think I'm going to put Bloodshot 4. because I feel like there's more watchability.
I'm actually going to put Artemis for Bloodshot 5 because Bloodshot bored me. Artemis Fowl, it's dumb, but if I would probably put this lower if I watched it on my own.
I feel like you can at least watch the tunnel scene in Bloodshot. Like, there is nothing worth at all re-looking back on this movie to me.
Yeah, no, I have no plans on ever recommending this, even for people who are like, I want to watch a bad movie. Like, this is just a movie.
It's boring.
So at the end of the day, is Cats still the best movie we've seen so far?
Yes, it is.
I think so. God.
I have my list if you guys want to like hear some controversy.
The shriek continues.
Well, here's my list. Blade was number 1. Hellboy was 2. Bloodshot was 3. Cats is now number 4, and Artemis is now the last at the bottom of that list.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, right. It's all fucked up.
Like, I feel like there's like different ways. Like, to me, when I rank it, it's like what would I not want to kill myself for rewatching? And Cats is at the top of that. Like
mine's kind of like that. The way I rate it would be like, did I enjoy it or would I watch it again? Like, I'll always watch Blade again. Like, come on.
See, I don't
Hellboy.
know. Blade 3 was so. I forgot how bad that movie is.
Yeah, but if you like watch it during like when you watch all 3 like as a trilogy, it's up there.
I think Blade and Hellboy have the same problem where it's like I watch some of it, I'm like, I just want to watch the other 2.
The only movie I would ever rewatch out of all the 5 films we've seen so far is Cats. Like, actively, as a participant, I would be like, "Oh, you're gonna watch that? Yeah, I'll totally watch that."
I think it's the most fun bad movie we've done. Like, I think of the movies we've done, it's the one you could have the most fun watching with people.
Next to this one, but that's just like admonishing at how bad it is.
I mean, Artemis. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Like, I was just joking when I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be worse than Cats." I was right.
There's no Mephistopheles in this movie. So
well, it's probably because I'm not really a fan of musicals. That's probably like majority of why I didn't like Cats.
I'm not a fan of musicals either, but like, I would say if you cut out the 2 worst songs, that movie is exponentially better.
Yeah, but like the best scene in Cats was the magical Mr. Mephistopheles, like the singing on stage that was probably the best part. But in Idris Elba,
the railroad song,
Mr. Mephistopheles, and then like you have like also like the big villain song with
Idris
Taylor Swift.
Okay, can we talk? This movie has no fucking villain.
Not really.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing.
The villain is like the shitty like underling of
the villain's Opal. The villain's Opal, or not Opal. Opal?
No, it's that like weird cuck dude who's
who we see in like 3 scenes, and we get like no explanation of why he's a shitbag. It's just like, oh, you're out now. Which I don't even remember what character let him out. Was it the redhead?
Yeah.
So like there's no explanation for his existence.
I mean, the pacing with that movie was it was all over the place. The set locations, there was like maybe 3 different like locations. It was the prison, it was Fairy World, and the house. That was and maybe the school.
A quarter of the movie is Josh Gad talking over CGI / head to like face, like looking into camera. Another quarter,
Josh Gad, who I don't know how he knows all this.
Yes. Another quarter of the movie is then Colin Farrell giving us flashback info dumps of stuff that like we have no connection to, and then the rest of the movie is basically all the other fairy, and 10% is Artemis Fowl.
It's like that. Did you guys see the second Independence Day? I can't remember what it's called. It's like that movie that just keeps going. Like it just keeps adding shit every 20 minutes until the last 20 minutes.
Are you talking about the second Independence Day? That's probably a movie that we'll watch on this podcast at some time.
100%. No, I would love to because it is a huge action, excitement, boring movie. It's perfect for what we do.
So boring.
No, but it is much more entertaining to look at.
Okay, I just want to stop this conversation because what we talked about last week, and like I think we need to watch it to close out like our horror comic book trilogy that we did. And since a bunch of you hadn't seen it, I think we need to watch Keanu Constantine.
I just watched that yesterday.
Yeah.
I
I think that movie's great. Like
I think if we watch it, we're like, this is what Hellboy and Blade Trinity should have been.
Okay.
And it's kind of sad like I love Matt Ryan and like I love what he's done with that character. But like it's kind of like that movie is like so unsung, and I think it's because of like a lot of it's because of like Shia LaBeouf hate and Keanu hate.
Here's the real question: is Matt Ryan Constantine or Keanu Constantine the bottom for King Shark?
Matt Ryan.
I don't know if Keanu Constantine fucks.
Keanu Constantine definitely does not fuck.
He's too sad.
he's too sad.
He's kind of too sick.
So is Keanu Constantine what we're watching next week?
I feel like we need to find. Is there a comic that ties into that one?
Yeah, I haven't read any Constantine.
I've never read any.
Is there like a one-shot Hellblazer we can do as well?
We could do. I can look. I've been like meaning to read some Hellblazer.
I also think it has like a bunch of people we've talked about because it's got Tilda Swinton in it and like a very good role.
It'd be nice to get
she looks like David Bowie,
so we can have something at the top.
Yeah, it's got Jamon Hansu in it, playing Papa Midnight.
Oh, I love that.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, it's playing Chaz.
Well,
we're gonna have to like figure out which ones we're gonna want to watch after Constantine, unless we just figure out as we go.
Well, like my thought is, I think Artemis Fowl we did because it just came out, but I think like having like a set grouping is a good idea. And I think Constantine kind of closes out our horror comic book, and then we could start like a new kind of trilogy of movies.
That's fine. I'm down with that.
When can we watch X-Men: The Last Stand?
Jesus Christ!
No.
Never.
Wait, what was it? Your hot take?
My hot take is that I like Origins.
I was gonna say the week that New Mutants comes out.
Oh,
the week New Mutants comes out, we can watch X-Men Origins.
Hold on, is that getting a digital release or is that getting like in theaters?
They haven't officially said. They keep flip-flopping.
It's in theaters.
It's right now in theaters, August 28th.
Oh God. Just give it to us, God damn it! I'll pay. We'll all pay.
Can you imagine we just rent out a theater? It's just all of us like 6 feet apart from each other. We're just
like... Dude, we all like go to the theater. We're all like in that same room. Like, how the hell do we get from? I don't know where everyone is, but we all just somehow magically show up at the same theater.
Well, Connor and John Seiler will be the ones hard because they're on the other side of the country from the rest of us.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Wait, so the composer of the New Mutants is the guy who composed the X-Files theme and the X-Files score.
Just give me this goddamn movie already.
And Smallville, Lou.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I think the reason we haven't gotten it is because I think they're good. I think it's a backdoor to the X-Men in the MCU. I think that they're one of the some of the reshoots they did was in that.
Oh God! I'm like looking through all like movies we could. Oh no, we're not gonna do that one. I was thinking Jonah.
Okay,
I know the other podcast.
I'm looking through some of like the trivia, and it says that like Kenneth Branagh always envisioned that character as Butler as a black actor.
Oh, I wonder why.
Huh? That
his origin of the Butler was like insane. He went on like
he just showed up.
It was a full paragraph of like, oh, he was 6 years in what was it, Russia, mixed martial arts,
China, and then Venice Beach.
Like literally, like every character just kind of like shows up. It's like, no one's really explained. I mean, it's apparently like outside of their like initial job, and that's kind of about it.
Oh, I forgot that Branagh directed Thor.
I mean, yeah, he directed Thor. He directed
Cinderella.
Yeah, he directed
Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile.
Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, which is probably pushed back at this point.
I did not know he directed the worst Jack Ryan thing.
Yeah.
He directed the Chris Pine Jack Ryan, which people forget even exists.
Oh, right. That came out at the same time as the Lego movie, which is an infinitely better movie.
So
he directed and he's in it.
So I'm looking at the trivia. All right, get this. Colin Farrell's involvement was not announced until March 2020, nearly a year and a half after the teaser came out and 3 years after filming wrapped.
Wow. And he's in so much of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's in, like, I would say, not exaggerating, he's in, 30% of the film?
He shot all of his scenes in 3 days.
That's insane. I can see, all the scenes where he's in, the prison is, a day of shooting. And then it's all, the backstory. A lot of his scenes are, him talking to Artemis. It's fucking dumb.
It's a bad movie. God damn it.
This is a movie where I'm I hate it because it was a waste of time.
I'm trying to think, and I'm what do I hate more? Do I hate this or do I hate Fantasy Island? And it's about equal for me.
I did not see Fantasy Island. I read what it's about, and that seems less bad. See, because here's a part of my thing. This is a child's movie, and as thinking in my head as a kid, none of this would have entertained me at all. None of this.
This would have been when the end of the year wrap up comes around. This would have been the biggest bomb of the year.
I'm trying to think what other kids movies, live action ones, bombed like this. I feel it's all those sort of not even YA, kids fantasy movies. Just if they don't hit, they mega bomb.
The one from the guy that did Attack the Block, the Arthur one, that bombed, but that was a good movie.
I'm looking back, didn't Wrinkle in Time was a mega bomb, wasn't it?
Wrinkle in Time definitely bombed.
And that's a Disney movie that's kind of like a fantasy movie
based
about
on a very popular book.
About a young kid trying to save her dad.
Yeah, so the budget was 100 to 130 million. It made 133 million worldwide. So yeah, that's
that movie has 20 times bigger cast. Because it's got Oprah, Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling, Chris Pine, Zach Galifianakis, Michael Pena. Already right there, that's way better.
Prince of Persia, that was a bomb.
That's not a kid's movie, though.
It was Disney, wasn't it? Or am I crazy?
It was Disney, but it's not a kid's movie.
And also Prince of Persia was better than this movie.
100%.
Maleficent.
Aragon was better than this movie.
100%. No, I'm not going to argue with that. I will say it's a better movie.
I'm not going to go that far.
Yeah.
Are you going to say Artemis Fowl was better than Aragon? Because Aragon.
You know what came out that I forgot existed? The Nutcracker movie that came out a year ago.
Oh,
so
yeah.
What?
God, that's right.
Nutcracker in the Four Realms.
Wait, what? That was a movie?
Yeah, they made epic, darker and more
Morgan Freeman is in it.
I've never heard of this movie.
Directed by it's co-directed by 2 people. One of them is Lasse Hallström, who's done a bunch of movies you've heard of, but you don't know.
And Joe Johnson.
And yeah, the guy who did Captain America. But yeah, you have Keira Knightley, Richard Grant, Helen Mirren, and Morgan Freeman as your big casting.
And they're not the stars. The star is Mackenzie Foy, who was the daughter in Interstellar.
Yes.
And oh my god, do you know who she also played?
Who?
I'll just tell you the character's name. Renesmee. Guess what movie
that
is?
No.
Twilight?
No.
Yes, she's the kid. She's the baby in Twilight.
You're shitting me.
No, she's also in The Conjuring and...
if we want to wait till Christmas time, we could do this movie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's wait until Christmas. It's not like we're going to be going anywhere until then.
What's funny is I think Morgan Freeman plays the same character as Butler in this. It's the movie trope of the hopeful black man like character, and it's really bad. Like this movie is like not even trying to hide that fact of like.
Here was the box. The box office was the budget was 120 to 133 million. This was like 174 million dollars. This game is wet.
I'm sorry, John. There's like a lot of noise. Like I could not hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was saying like this movie came and went. The Nutcracker.
I forgot it existed. I'm like clicking on like how like IMDb is like, oh, suggested movies. That was one of the ones, and I was like, I forgot this existed.
You know what? I forgot that Mary Poppins was kind of a hit, but I forget what happens in it.
Oh, you know what? It also fits in this, which is kind of sad. Is Dora?
Oh, that's right.
The Explorer.
Yeah, the movie.
Wasn't that like, any good? I didn't even know it came out at one point.
I heard it surprisingly was from like people I knew who like saw it. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hang on. I'm looking here. It had a $49 million budget. It grossed $120 million. Yeah, it was a hit.
So like it just why? I guess like we should have like 17 more Dora movies then.
At this point, yeah. Well, it came out last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So we really can't get to 17 more Dora movies because we're in a pandemic.
I'm glad that it was a hit, though.
Like, good for Nickelodeon. They needed a win.
Yeah, I feel like Wrinkle in Time, which is a Disney movie, is like the closest, like exactly the same thing kind of happened.
I'm looking back at like Disney's filmography, and I'm trying to think of like what else they had. Like,
did Peter Rabbit, which I don't know if it's Disney, was that a hit?
That was a hit.
That was a hit. That was on Disney.
Was that DreamWorks?
No, that was Sony.
Yeah. I was going to say Sony or Paramount.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. That was supposed to be.
That's real old, though, right? That's like
that's
the
Nicolas Cage one? Yeah, that's Nicolas Cage.
I just like Nick Cage.
What did BFG, I think, bombed?
Oh, that's the
That was real bad.
Right?
Yeah,
that was...
What did Maleficent... Hang on, what did Maleficent 2 make?
See, like, I feel like there's a sequel I forgive a little bit more, because, like...
I wonder if the audience is still tuning in at this point. We're all just, like...
No, we're just rambling now.
Rambling at this point.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess our next movie is Constantine. Let's wrap this up. We all fucking hate this movie. It's at the bottom. It's pretty much at the bottom of all of our lists.
Oh, it's at the bottom.
It's either 4 or 5. So plugs.
Yeah, I'm at Question Connor. Follow me there on Twitter. I sometimes post jokes, but other than that, yeah, that's it.
You can follow me at John JOHN_FN_Seiler SEILER. We talk about work stuff, injustice. Actually, how much I really love the current series of Dorohedoro on Netflix. It's great. I'm 8 episodes in. It's so good. Also, hey, go watch Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Bees. That show's also really good.
All right. I'm actually gonna plug. So what I've been doing is I created a list for the website Letterboxd, tracking all the commentaries and movies that we've done. You can find me on that site as film_fan93, and you will find that list in the list that I make on that site. So follow there if you want to follow along and see where our progress is and what movies we've done. I will put the Artemis Fowl track as soon as it's up in the notes section.
Okay, I'll say one. I just saw Constantine is on Hulu right now, so I feel like it's working for us. And yeah, check out all the other shows. I want to recommend a show for everybody that I've really been enjoying in the pandemic, which is another Hulu show called Taste the Nation, and it's like with Padma Lakshmi, and it's a really cool show about like her going around and like going deep into the culture of like food in America. And like the cultures that make like quote unquote like American food. There are some really cool episodes. Yeah. So Ryan, did you have anything?
No. Just pray before you watch Artemis Fowl.
Yep. All right. So we will catch you guys.
Foul.
We will catch you guys next time. Adios.
I love you.
I suspect.
Foul.
Foul.
Artemis. Artemis Fowl movement. Am I right, fellas?
Yo.